Welcome to the third part of Chapter 12, which is Ethnicity.
Ethnicity is based on cultural heritage, nationality characteristics, race, religion, and language. A striking feature of North American classrooms is the increasing diversity of adolescents and emerging adults. Relatively high rates of immigration are contributing to the growth in the proportion of ethnic minority adolescents. Immigrants often experience one or more of these stressors. Recent research increasingly shows links between acculturation and adolescent problems. So, when working with adolescents and their immigrant families, counselors need to adapt intervention programs to optimize cultural sensitivity. One study found that more acculturated Latino youth in the U.S. experience higher rates of conduct problems, substance abuse, depression, and risky behaviors than their less acculturated counterparts. Ethnic minority adolescents and emerging adulthood often represent a special juncture in their development. Although children are aware of some ethnic and cultural differences, some ethnic minority individuals forced to consciously confront their ethnicity in adolescence. Recent research indicates that many members of families that have recently immigrated to the United States adopt a bicultural orientation, selecting characteristics of the U.S. culture that help them to survive and advance, while still remaining aspects of their culture of origin. Ethnicity and SES can interact in ways that exaggerate the influence of ethnicity because ethnic minority individuals are overrepresented in the lower socioeconomic status. Middle SES ethnic minority youth are still subject to much of the prejudice, discrimination, and bias associated with being a member of an ethnic minority group. Historical, economic, and social experiences produce legitimate differences among and between various ethnic groups. Recognizing and respecting the differences are important aspects of getting along with others in a diverse and multicultural world of today. Also important to note is the diversity within ethnic adolescents in that they are not homogeneous and come from different social, historical, and economic backgrounds. For most of the 20th century, the way ethnic minority groups differed from non-Latino whites were conceptualized as deficits. The group towards which prejudice is directed can be made up of people of specific ethnic group, sex, age, religion, or other detectable differences. Discrimination and prejudice continue to be present in the media, interpersonal interactions, and daily conversations. Research studies provide insight into the discrimination experienced by ethnic minority adolescents. Discrimination of 7th to 10th grade African American students was related to their lower level of psychological functioning. Chinese American 6th graders experienced discrimination from their peers that was comparable to discrimination faced by American African 6th graders. Latino adolescents encountered more discrimination than did Asian American adolescents. African American adolescents' perceived personal racial discrimination was linked to their higher level of delinquency.
Figure 12.5 summarizes the percentage of adolescents who reported to have experienced a racial harassment and the kind of racial harassment that they experienced. That is the end of Part 3 of Chapter 12.